What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video. And in this, I want to break down what's going on with the overall market and give you guys a very important update about what's going on. Also, want to give you guys a warning about how the charts are looking thus far, about why we're starting to see some rejections and some very important levels to watch for on Tesla, SPY, Nvda, and the QQQ. But before I bring anything down all this information, before I get into any more details, let me just say two things. Firstly, I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. So just wanted to remind you guys about something very important that I said in my earlier videos. I released a video, right, going into yesterday about how there's going to be a bullish breakout likely coming to SPY. I was thinking that, and we ended up getting the breakout. Then I warned everyone that this might be just like a fake pump before we get some kind of pullback. I was just kind of reiterating what I said in today's video. So did we get a fake pump? Or if you want to use that very colloquial term, you could. I'm just referring to like a bull trap. Yes, we saw SPY break out to 458 today. And what happened? An instant rejection. We start to pull back a bit, but this is not even like the bigger move that I was even referring to, but it still is similar. Now, I'm thinking, and this is my honest, simple view of the market, if we get another pop, if we try to pump again, okay, if it somehow happens, do not trust it, or at least I'm not going to be trusting it. I just see this as a shorting opportunity. I said 457.5 to 460 is my range, and I told you that I'm going to be shorting SPY at those levels. If you did do that, if you were looking at the same TA, you'd be up pretty big right now. And that is not financial advice. That's just what I am doing, hypothetically. So, anyways, what do I think about the market for the next couple of weeks? I think that the same trend could repeat. We might see another pop here and there, but I think ultimately there's going to be a pullback. I think there's going to be some downside. We have a quadruple bearish divergence on SPY as it's rejecting. Tesla got a big rejection. It tried to break 250. I told you if we broke and held 250, I would be bullish on Tesla. We're failing to hold 250. This thing is rejecting. We're going to be, pulling back now. The next target on Tesla could be that mid 240 area, not to mention 242. Looking at some data, I just want to remind you all that today we had the GDP numbers, which were quite decent, and the market liked them. That's why the market popped a little bit more. Tomorrow we have PCE data, and then don't forget that on Friday we have the ISM manufacturing data alongside Jerome Powell's speech. So all of this was very important, and I think that on Friday we could see more selling. I think that the market is ready to pivot. We're going to be turning very, very soon. So once again, as I warned you guys before, fake pumps could come, bull traps could come, but don't forget about the potential pullback coming for the first 2 weeks of December. Now, it could even be longer than that, but I just wanted to give you a warning. What do I see for SPY? What do I see for the markets? Now, I just want to talk about some important levels. We're going to start off with SPY. So like I said before on SPY, this thing tried to break out, but we have a quadruple bearish divergence. That's the first thing that's worth noting. Secondly, look at the 20 EMA. We're barely testing 454.8. If we lose this, it's going to be sinking lower. We're looking weak. We look like we're getting a big rejection. They pumped it just like this so they could start shorting here. They were grabbing liquidity up here. People started buying. This is when Wall Street started shorting. This is all a trap, a bull trap formed, and we got the rejection. Could we see another pop? It is possible, but ultimately I see more rejecting coming. I see more downside coming. I'm turning more bearish, and I think that's maybe starting as soon as Friday, we're going to see even more selling. Maybe it's going to happen even sooner. But I think there's going to be a sell-off coming, and I think that it's already possibly starting. Excuse me, sorry guys. It's possibly already starting right here. So this could continue as time goes on. I'm anticipating some downside. That's what I'm seeing for SPY. My ultimate target, at least like from a trading standpoint, okay? I'm not going to give you guys all the details about trading because I'm not giving financial advice, but honestly, guys, I see the daily 20 EMA test. It's going to come down to 446, maybe even down to fill the gap at 440. I think it's coming very soon. We have a gap to fill. SPY is still overbought, and I think we're going to pull back to 440 very soon over the next couple of weeks. All right. What about Tesla? What's going on with Tesla? I told you all Tesla was looking bullish yesterday. That's when Tesla was at 247. And I said expect this thing to get to at least 250 or so. And I told you it could try to push up in the morning, but in order for me to turn bullish on Tesla, we need to see it hold 250. If we fail to do so, I would turn bearish. What happened? We got above 250, which was awesome, but then we failed. We ended up failing to hold above that level, and Tesla got a very, very big rejection. So with that being said, I'm going to be watching 240. 244 to 245. If we lose that, 242 is next. I think we're going to be testing 242 at least, even like 240 over the next few days, if not as soon as today, depending on how much it sells off. So I anticipate a sell-off, and I think that Tesla's looking weaker, and we should be prepared for that just to be safe. On top of that, looking at the IWM, this is also looking kind of bearish. A huge rejection on the 4-hour time frame. We checked off 182. It's going to be coming back down to 177. Aapl got a big rejection too. It tried to break out to 192. It rejected. Now we're going to be testing 190. If we lose this, watch 189 or very close to 188.89, the 50 EMA. If that fails us, expect more selling. We have a head and shoulders like pattern on Aapl, and I think this could start selling off even more. I anticipate a 185 over the next couple of weeks. QQQ is turning more bearish. Let's just bring up the chart real quick right over here. The QQQ, right here, the QQQ is selling off a bit. If we end up losing, okay, this 390 support, I anticipate it's going to be coming back down towards 388 very soon. And I also want to call out that the QQQ, like SPY, has a massive bearish divergence, which this time I think it's going to play out. I know they don't always play out, but I think this time it will. We have a triple on the MACD, and we have like more than a quadruple bearish divergence on the RSI. I think it's going to be retracing to fill its gap all the way back down towards these lower levels. I think that 386 is coming very soon. This looks bearish. Nvda also looks bearish to me because it made an attempt to break. I was talking about this in the morning. If you guys watched my morning video, I said Nvda might try to pop a bit and reject, or it could just reject from where it was at. I was talking about this thing testing 485 and then rejecting, or going a little bit higher towards 490 and then rejecting. We ended up going to 487, so just under 488 this resistance. Now we have this gap to fill, so I see more downside towards 477. I think that it's going to eventually break down. If we lose 474, because that's going to be the next critical level, if we lose that, it's going to turn more bearish and come back down towards 468. So it looks bearish. Watch this gap down here to fill. And I just want to call all of this out for the markets, guys. SPY is just hovering at 455, but I think it has more downside potential. Tesla ended up losing 247, which is a key support. Not the best of news. And I think that it might cool off a bit. I actually thought initially Tesla would hold up a little better today and see more selling like starting tomorrow with the Cybertruck event, but it's actually coming a little bit earlier than expected. But ultimately, I did tell you guys that Tesla could have downside coming. I told you it could pop first, maybe a little bit more, and then just to be careful approaching the Cybertruck event. And so far, this move has happened. So with that being said, watch your levels very carefully. I think the overall market, we could get some pops here and there, just like how we did today. It could happen again, but I don't think it's going to be sustainable. I think that the market's not going to hold these levels for long. I think we're going to be looking at a nice rejection very soon. I think there's going to be a pullback coming in early December. I still hold that view. I've been saying that for a while, and I think it's going to happen. That's my view, guys. Looking at the charts. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, and peace out.